So welcome to your Power Decade. And we are delighted to have you at Roehampton Club this morning and to have you with us today. We have a magical morning ahead with an amazing lineup of inspiring, energizing, and empowering speakers for you. There is going to be real magic in the room today, so embrace everything you hear and learn. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah Austin. I'm the founder of the Really Helpful Club. And I'd also like to introduce the other members of today's team, Rupal Sheff, Tina Henderson, and Suzanne Baldwin. Most of you will have met them at the registration desk, but please do say hello to them. They will be happy to help you with any questions that you have. Now, thanks to our sponsors this morning, to Evelyn Partners and to Russell Cook Solicitors, we're delighted to have your support, and we're thrilled to have you with us today. They're both hosting exhibitor stands, so please make sure that you visit them during the course of the morning. Please also note we're going to be taking photographs and we'll be filming throughout the day. So please let us know if you don't want to be in a film or don't want to be in a photo. And to be blunt, if you really don't, it'd be much better if you shunted a little bit to the side and took yourself out of it. Editing these things really is challenging. And we are going to be sharing recordings of the talks. And actually, I don't think we have any slide presentations, but we will be sharing recordings. So there's no need for you to record anything. There's no need for you to take photographs. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. This morning is about you. Two other pieces of housekeeping, which has come from Roehampton Club, and it's because I think we already have the biggest events within Roehampton Club, but apparently this is the biggest I think they've ever had. So they've asked me to make two announcements. One is, please don't use your mobile phones in the club, and secondly, please don't smoke. And with that, we move on. So, if there was one thing I think we will all aspire to, it's true happiness. And if there was one thing that we could do to achieve it, wouldn't we all do it? But life isn't that simple. And all too often we allow golden opportunities that come our way to pass by unfulfilled. It's not easy to achieve this when you're juggling a partner, children, parents, a career, admin, and stuff. Just getting by in our daily lives. And more often than not, we put everything and everyone above ourselves. Does that sound familiar? Well, for many of us, our lives and our careers are written in chapters. It begins with childhood and our education, that chapter of establishing yourself in your career, a time for accumulation, a time of skill building, knowledge, and with it comes experience. And then often comes children and family and other caring responsibilities, together with the juggling act and the guilt of trying to make everything perfect, or at least, if nothing else, pretending to. And midlife marks the start of that next chapter. It's when we've got a bit more time for ourselves. It's when we can start to put ourselves higher up the list, focus on what's important, and find fulfilment and joy. We are in our prime. This is our opportunity to embrace change and prepare for a new phase, to let go and give yourself permission to fly. It's time to pursue those things you've always wanted to do, but you know what it's like, you never have the time. And you don't want to waste this time. I call this your Power Decade. And this is your time to feel empowered and to have the freedom to say yes. Now, it's wonderful to have a packed room and so many of you with us today. And for those of you who've come to our events, I always love to know who's here, what's brought you here, and to understand kind of what you're hoping to get out of the room. So there's a reason that when we're sitting on an airplane that we're told to put our oxygen mask on first before we are able to help others. And it's because you need to look after yourself first before you can help someone else. This is also true for your business, it's true for your family, and it's also true for your relationships. So now this is a bit I want you to get involved in. So I want you to put your hands up if this resonates with you. You know, we've got Rebecca over there who loves a good photograph. So even if it's sort of just semi-resonating with you, just try putting your hand up. So, and I know we're going to have, and in fact, that's true, actually. Well done, Sam. Quite often we do get people putting both hands up, jumping up, both legs in the air. We don't care. You know, we want as much as you want to do. So look, so think about this, if this resonates with you, and you can put your hand up more than once. Is there more you could do to look after yourself better? Eat better, sleep better, exercise better, handle stress better. How's that, Rebecca? It carries on. Do you put everyone else, your children, your family, your friends, even your dog, before yourself? There we go. We've got the perfect people in the room. We have got the perfect event for you. And is there a piece missing from fully enjoying your next decade? It could be relationships, it could be love, health, financial security. Put your hand up. This is where it gets a bit more positive. Who wants to discover your next adventure and take advantage of every opportunity in midlife and beyond? Of course we do. And if none of those, are you just curious, maybe just here for lunch, and want to maybe find out more? There we go. But most important of all, who here wants to feel truly empowered and have the freedom to say yes? I do. Yeah, well done. Thank you. So that is what today is about. And I love this quote from Brené Brown, because today is about learning to put your oxygen mask on first. It's about giving yourself permission to reignite that spark, rediscover the magic that lies within you. A journey of self-discovery, a journey of self-empowerment. Your Power Decade is all about being true to yourself, feeling inspired, feeling energized, putting yourself back into the driving seat of your next decade, your Power Decade. This is about your next chapter, understanding what excites you, discovering the power of positive language, positive mindset. It's about feeling free. And I'm so pleased that we managed to coincide this with World Mental Health Day. I have to admit, it wasn't planned, but I was thrilled to bits as I drove down here and up popped on my feed lots of World Mental Health Days. But it's so important. It's so important to have that positive mindset and to feel free. This is your opportunity to change the narrative, shift your mindset and move the dial. We know that you're going to be inspired. You're going to discover something new. You are going to make new connections, and you'll have the opportunity to share experiences with one another. We're here to help you find your inner courage, face fears, be brave, and feel empowered to say yes. So we are incredibly lucky to have such inspiring speakers with a huge wealth of experience to share with you. And your Power Decade begins with self-care. And we're going to kickstart the morning with a panel discussion all about the power of pausing, the power of reflection, and the power of reappraising your health, your relationships, and your life in order that you can rewrite the way you age and rewrite your life for a more empowered future. We're going to discover the power and the freedom that comes from financial independence and getting your legal matters in order, taking agency and allowing you to maximize every opportunity that comes your way, liberating you to unleash your future. Now, I can't wait for our fireside chat after the coffee break with our tech entrepreneur and female empowerment champion, Emma Sale, who is the founder of Killing Kittens. We're going to talk all about midlife, from body and sexual confidence to feeling empowered and liberated and rediscovering our zest. And we're going to conclude with a thought-provoking and powerful discussion on the power of shifting your mindset and how we can use that to navigate life's challenges and foster resilience. And then our day will close with a buffet lunch and the opportunity for you to carry on connecting with one another. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to explore. We want you to feel inspired, energized, and empowered. So the expertise, the experience, and the resources in this room is absolutely phenomenal. We've got a number of exhibitors, all experts in their fields, and they're here on hand to help and advise you. So make sure you take advantage of that. Go and chat to them over all the breaks and lunch. Take advantage of this opportunity to access knowledge, experience, and support, and to connect with one another. Today is for you and about you. So before we get going, I'd like to take a couple of minutes for you to turn to the person sitting next to you and introduce yourself. Now, I don't mean the person you came with. I mean someone you haven't talked to before, and share with them, bearing in mind some of those questions that we've just asked you to think about, what you're hoping to get out from today. Now, I know this is like a sort of unleashing this sort of noise that comes in the room. I've got a bell. I've said this before. I think I'm a frustrated school teacher. So when we've had about 2 minutes, or whenever we try to get back on track with time, I'll ring the bell and then we'll try and sort of get back onto track. But 2 minutes to get to know the person next to you and just talk about what brought you today. This is your chance to be you. As I say, I can't bear to interrupt a room that's full of women that are clearly enjoying chatting to each other. We've just given you permission to chat to one another, and then 2 minutes later we're going to ring a doorbell like a frustrated school teacher and say, now can you be quiet? So you're just going to have to accept my apologies in advance. But we know we've got such a great packed morning for you that's why we have to do that. And I guess one of the wonderful things that we see over and over and over again at all the events that we run is that you never know who you're going to bump into. And you can already see the magic in this room. And I would say to you, embrace every opportunity you get this morning to make those new connections, chat to people, and explore what it is that you want to explore. So listen this morning with an open mind and embrace everything that you hear and that you learn. We know you're going to be inspired. We know you're going to discover something new, and we know you're going to make those new connections. And we at Really Help the Club are here to help you. So with that in mind, just a couple of minutes to tell you what we do and how we can help you. So Really Help the Club is a free network of positive, curious, like-minded and like-spirited people who share their connections, their advice, and their knowledge and their experience of one another. And community is at the heart of everything we do. And you can see we just love bringing people together. And when I launched Really Help the Club, I wanted to create a community of positive people, a place to share advice, a place to connect with others. And now 10 years on, we've grown into this unique community of over 17,000 people, a vibrant and collaborative community. And we support each other in our personal and our business lives. And we can help you at every age and every stage in life. And our community, as you can see, is made up mainly of women in their 30s to their 60s facing real life challenges. We're a supportive network that listens. We're here to help and empower you through those key stages of transition, from those early years parenting, career breaks, the emotional needs of teenagers, returning to work, accelerating your career, and the health challenges that come with midlife, as well as juggling demands of supporting elderly parents. And you need to know that we have a huge wealth of experience, advice, and resources available to you. You can access trusted resources, a directory of recommended experts. We've got everything from health and well-being experts, life coaches, some of the best legal and financial minds out there, and we can help you with your every need. You name it, we've got it. And we also run this program of informative and inspiring events, talks and workshops that will empower you to make those valuable connections and access life-changing opportunities. So come and say hello. What we know, we've been doing this for long enough, we know that great things happen at these events. And I'd like to end with the words of the great late Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, "A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she's in hot water." And just going by the reaction of the room, you know what I'm about to say. Life isn't about muddling through. It's about thriving. It's about feeling empowered to cope with everything that life throws with us. Women are incredibly strong. Women are incredibly resilient, but we need to look after ourselves too. This isn't about being selfish. It's actually fundamental. This will allow you to flourish, be the best version of yourself, and empower you to look after those who matter most to you. So my message to you today is put that oxygen mask on. Thank you.